overreacting. Completely caught by surprise. Got me hooked by you. Got me crazy by you. Please stay till the morning. I hope I'm not too demanding. I don't care about none of them as long as I have your loving, your melanin, your blessing. It's everything to me. Your loving, your melanin, your blessing. It's everything to me. Your loving, consume my body. Your loving, consume my body. Your loving, consume my body. Your loving, consume my body.
Everybody, you're so fine, so high. I'm on cloud nine. Telling everybody, you're so fine, so high. I'm on cloud nine.
When I'm by your side, 'cause I can't explain the things you do to me, baby. In so many ways you've opened up my eyes, and I know that things inside your world could get crazy. Let me in, we gon' be alright. Your love,
Your blessing,
is everything. Your love,
your melanin, your blessing is everything. Consume my body. Your loving, consume my body. Your loving, consume my body. Your
sile kitu silalini na kuwaza, ndoto zetu kichwani zimenijaza, sidiriki kula penzi imepagawa, imepagawa.
Telling everybody how you rock my world, you're so fine. You got me so high. I'm on cloud nine.
Your
Telling everybody how
magic,
you rock my world, you're so fine. You got me so high. I'm on cloud nine. Telling everybody how you rock
yo.
so high. I'm on cloud nine.
Is
What is up? What it do? I hope everybody is good. I hope everybody is in good spirit. Welcome to Club Shada episode 119. We are on our way to 125. Let's go. I hope everybody is feeling fine. I hope everybody had a great weekend, like I had a great weekend doing nothing. Watching the Portuguese team lose. Other than that, not doing. I had a run. Anyway, I hope everybody's fine. I hope everybody's good. I hope everybody's good spirit. This show is brought to you by Shadaware.com and the Gods of Good Fortune and the new subscribers to this channel. Thank you so much for joining us. Make yourself at home, but remove your shoes when you get in, because you might get removed. We remove people here. We don't care. Let me hear myself better. Sergio I Pamphile Marie Delphine Taranvir, oh, Indian, Joya, Asha, all these names are beautiful. Jackson, 12 years, rest in peace, Michael Jackson. Listen, I hope everybody's fine. I hope you spent a great time. How is it where you are? How was your weekend? How are you feeling? Are you good? I want to say a big hello to everybody who is here. Elise Boys, what up, sister? How are you? Rosa Fly, what up, shorty? How are you? Sirene Desil, hello. How are you? Glad that you received your second order. It's normal. Sometimes they come in two packages because they come from two different places. When you order something at Shadaware, it gets built at the factory. Depending on where you live, there's like 10 different factories. And it might be built in North Carolina or Los Angeles or Mexico, depending on what you order. So sometimes you might have one order that you do, and both things are built in different places, and then they might reach you at their different pace. But I'm glad you have everything. That's cool. What up, Irvin? You good? Yeah, I know I didn't call you back, but yeah, don't worry, we're good. Cousin Joel, how are you, brother? You good? What it do, Julie, Queen Jujuzon? How are you? I'm gonna change my profile picture on YouTube as well. I got one that I love. I'm gonna use that. Thank you so much. Mountain of Inspiration comes here and just greets Julie. Not even me, not even like. So look, he waits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 comments, 7, 8 to say greetings to everyone. J'aime pas ça. Hein? J'aime pas ça. Master Electronic, what up, brother? How are you? I hope you're good. Quand même. Bonsoir, mon cher cousin. I hope you're good. Mr. Moto Music Africa, how are you? You good? I'm glad you are. You guys, you guys have no idea the conversations between me and Moto Music on WhatsApp. We send each other long ass vocal notes, and like, I'm not talking about like vocal notes that are like 2 seconds. No, we send each other like 8 minutes, 10 minutes, and sometimes it's like 3, and like we do this all the time. Listen, you know what? Our WhatsApp conversation, our WhatsApp conversation, we could cut them, put a little bit of music in the back, and that would be a great podcast, because the conversations are amazing. Like, we have amazing conversation. You should come back to the show ASAP so we can have this conversation in front of the world. Yeah. Lil Maro, toujours présent. Le gifleur de l'aquarium. Non, tu es amazing. C'est bon. Y a rien. Je surveille seulement mon cousin, c'est tout. What up, the Future Sound Beats? How are you, brother? You see? The Future Sound Beat, it says, hello, wonderful people first. Then it's going to start saying, hi, Kaysha, because it's my house. Then it's saying then it's going to specific people. Mountain of Inspiration arrives here, and it's like he arrived to my house, and I have a friend that's on the sofa, chilling, and the guy arrives like he doesn't say hi to me, opens the door, see me in front of him, but look over my shoulder and says, hey, hello again, most amazing lady, Julie Barry. What the fuck is... Voilà. Dalia, pardon, faut parler à ton cousin. Faut parler à notre cousin. Très mal poli. Vraiment, la fesse ronde le rend un peu bizarre. Comment ça va, maman Dalia? I hope you're good. Hey, Nadia, how are you? Everybody, listen. I'm missing 5 likes from all the people that are here. It's not normal. Actually, I'm missing 60 likes because there have been 83 people passing by these last 30 minutes already. Comment ça va, Erwin? I didn't even tell. Did I tell what I told you? Hey, I'm playing with the electricity of the camera. It's gonna. Yeah. Irvin, remind me. Last episode, did I tell the story of what happened to me at the health center? I don't know if I told this in last episode or if I just told you on the phone, Irvin. Because I have to tell this story. Oh my God. Yeah, Lil Maro, the hero. The keeper of the chat. For real. Yeah! Ebe Bainda. What it do, original local music? I want to hear some of that music. Me, I'm pissed out. Last time I saw the notification for the show, so yesterday, I see the notification and I fell asleep. Because actually I had some crazy news that I'm going to explain to you why I lost the show. With good nula. Ah, perfect. I'm going to tell that one. The muscle man. So listen, I'm going to start with my weekend. Then I'm going to continue with the story. So I'm going to explain to you why I lost Dalia's show. So, last oh my God. Don't. So yesterday, wait, what is the date today? Was it yesterday? We interesting. Wait, because what is today? Let me see, because I don't want to say, I don't want to be wrong in the listen. It's been a crazy weekend actually. yesterday, Saturday. Wait, when was that? Yeah, that was yesterday, actually, Saturday. Okay. So, you all know that my sister-in-law, who's always with us, and sometimes she goes to her house with her brother, my brother-in-law, Nina. She was pregnant, right? So yesterday I was working on my new releases. I was uploading all the releases, all the songs that I'm going to release for the month of July, and preparing, all the promo, the covers, etc. And I was cutting all the clips from last episode of Club Shada. So around 4 a.m. probably, I go to bed and I watch something on Netflix, a new Korean series that I just found that is great. And so I probably watched half an episode, probably fell asleep around 4:30. Yeah, 4:30. Fine. And my sister-in-law came to sleep at home, like she always do. She's here, So she's in the other room sleeping, At 6:30 a.m. she just came to our room. My water broke. Oh, damn. The water broke. So my wife is like, don't joke with this thing. And she's like, I'm not joking with this. So all of a sudden we had to wake up like crazy, prepare everything. I had to prepare her bag. My wife was preparing to go with her, etc. And so at 6, so I slept 2 hours. By 7 a.m. they were on their way to the hospital. Contraction was getting, it was starting to go good. At 10 a.m. she gave birth to a little boy called Odin. So amazing, that's beautiful. We're super happy for him. He is beautiful, just as his mom. And listen, Ashia has a new cousin. That's the first boy, actually, from their side. So because Yvonne has a daughter. I have Ashia and Ilian, and now we have Nina has Odin. So first boy of that generation. So beautiful. Everybody's happy. Emotions. My mom is happy. Their parents are happy. Everybody's happy. Beautiful. New kid in the family. So I stayed with Ashia at home while Valeria went to the hospital with Nina, and they stayed there. I think she could stay until 12, and then she could not stay at the hospital because of the COVID regulations. So that's when she came back home. Videos, video chat with my mom, with everybody, with seeing the celebration, and then I think until maybe 3 p.m. I was like eyes open. Then I received a notification that the Leah show was coming, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna watch that from bed. And that's the only thing I remember. And then I passed out, and I woke up very late. I didn't even know what day it was when I woke up. But that was, so listen, beautiful. Congrats to Nina. I don't know if she posted anything on her Instagram yet. I don't know. I don't even know what. Did she post something? Let me check. I don't think so. No, she didn't yet. So maybe Valeria post something. Let me see. I mean, you know, nobody posts nothing before the bomb, but I guess, yeah. Oh, she posted me. Yeah. All right. Wow. You know that you can now post a good thing about, oh, look at this. My friend just sent me this from her husband, his son, and the second son, and all of them ordered Africa is my DNA. For kid, for daddy, for the son, and the mom as well has one, but she was taking the photo. Look at how beautiful it is. And you know that something is great now. I don't know if you know, but it's something that I just realized is that you can now post directly on Instagram straight from your computer. For me, it's amazing because there's a lot of times that I have a file. For example, when I want to post something like a long video from Instagram, I have to send it to my phone. Like when I want to post a clip from Club Shada, I have to send it from my phone, and then it's a nightmare. So it's great that now you can post directly from your computer. That's cool. Where was I? Hey, what up, Gabriel? L'avocat des hommes arrogants. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What up, Solange? How are you? Thank you, new baby. On est là. Thank you, a new niece for you. Thank you so much. That's one of the things I do. Yeah, that's great what Instagram does now. Actually, it's gonna simplify a lot of the problems that sometimes I have to, you know, sometimes when I wanna upload covers, I have to first send them to my phone, like, and now it's simple. There's a lot of files that I have on my computer. Sometimes you need to post something. It's so easier to post from your computer. I don't know why they really wanted Instagram to stay like a web platform forever. I was like, yo, guys, come on. So let me tell you the story I told Irvin. So, I saw on the website of, thank you. I saw on the website of the SNS, which is the health organization here in Portugal. I saw that everybody over 37 could now go get their vaccine. So I'm like, yo, you know, good time for me to go and get my vaccine. Perfect. Let's go. So I go to the website. I start typing my information. So they ask me for my name, surname, date of birth, citizen number, whatever, all that stuff. And then they asked me for my SNS number. So I think SNS is Saúde Nacional. I don't know what else. I have no idea what it means. Anyway, I know it's the Portuguese health. And I'm like, I don't have an SNS number. So I start checking in their website. How do you get the SNS number? And they say to get an SNS number, you have to go to a health center in your neighborhood and you go ask them for an SNS number and they will deliver one to you on the spot. So I'm like, all right. Well, in this case, let me go to the SNS center. So the next day, so that was what up, Hubert? When was it? It was I don't even know when it was. It was Wednesday, Tuesday, I don't remember. Anyway, woke up and I went to do a walk. And I went to do my 10 kilometers walk. And I said to myself, you know what? Let me take my ID. Let me take the documents that I need. So they didn't need that much stuff. My tax number, another document that proved my residence in Portugal, and my ID. Okay. Took that credit card in case I have to pay something. On my way. Let's go. So we're now rolling on our way to how you call this? On my way to the facility. It's not too far from my house. It's probably like 5 kilometers. Perfect. I was walking. I walked 5 kilometers up to there, and then another 5 kilometers to come back. Perfect for my training. So I walk up to there. I think I arrived there around 3:15, something like that. I was listening to a podcast. So, you know, when you go to these places, you know how it is. Administration, whatever. You know that those are the kind of place that you just need. You're going to have a lot of time on your hand. So it's better to have a phone fully charged, and a podcast in your ears is perfect. So I arrived there. The person asked me what I want. I say I want a new SNS number. Número do utente. The guy's like, okay. Take this number and go to the line outside. Of course, because of COVID, you have to do a first line outside for most people. And then every time somebody comes out, you can go sit inside and wait for your turn. And then after that, there's another line to get those information or to create the number. So I was like, okay, probably gonna stay here an hour and a half. So good, let's go. So I arrive, I wait. I'm on the phone with I don't know who. Probably Irving in the beginning, but there was a lot of wind. So then I called Buddy, and then after half an hour, because of the wind, I was like, you know what? Let me just call everybody when I'm done. Let me put my headphones, and I'm listening to my podcast. So I'm here, I'm chilling. Time is passing by. We're chilling on Instagram, posting, editing, whatever, living my life, making time go by. After around 40 minutes outside, it was very sunny, so no problem. After 40 minutes outside, it's my turn to go inside. So I'm inside. I stay seated inside with the rest of the people who were waiting, and there were maybe another 10 people outside waiting to go in as well. And I think I waited another 30 minutes, 40 minutes sitting and waiting for everybody that was seated to go and to take their turn. After a few people and a few times, there's one guy who that's his turn, and he was before me was probably 4 people left, and outside it was another 4 or 5 people. And at a point, what he do? At a point, the last guy to come to the counter starts yelling. He's like, "Hey, what you mean you're not gonna serve me? I've been waiting here since morning. I arrived here at I don't know what time." And the girl from the counter, she's like, "Well, you know, my shift finished at 4 and it's already 4:30. I've been here since the morning and I got stuff to do. I got a life too." And the guy is like, "Well, listen, I've been here since the morning too. And all the people here have been here since the morning as well. And if you let people in, it's not to tell everybody I'm done. You done when everybody's done as well. It's not my fault if you took your time with everybody that was here before. You just don't say, 'Oh, I'm done.' When there's people who are here waiting, we have a life as well. We have jobs. We didn't go to whatever we had to do to come here. So the guy starts yelling, saying it's not normal, and then most people that were seated start standing up, and they start a riot inside of the government place. And the two guys, there was a guy and a girl from the security. They kind of don't know what to do, and because they are the one who are supposed to tell you outside, "Well, listen, we're not going to be able to serve you, so we don't give you a ticket. Come back tomorrow." That's what they do. But they're not going to do that at 3 p.m. if the facility is supposed to stop accepting people or to close around 4:30 or whatever. Normally, I mean, in every administration where I've been, what happens is that if there's only 4 or 5 people left, they close the door so you don't have more people, and you take care of those who are inside, who've been waiting for all this time. And then when there's new people coming, you tell them, "Hey, sorry, we only serve the people who were there before closing," and you try to be as fast as you can. But that woman, she was not having it. She was like, and the guy, there's one guy who starts going, when there's this type of riots inside of these places, usually there's a guy who becomes the leader of the revolt. And so there's these guys like, "Yo, my daughter lives I don't know where, blah, 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 and I've been here waiting. This is not normal. Da, 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 da. You don't want your name. Da, 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 da. This is not how you treat people. We pay our taxes. Da, 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 da. This is your salary is paid by my taxes, and I'm not gonna pay taxes. Where blah, 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 and treat people like this. What you mean you're gonna go? What you mean?" And I'm just sitting like on one head and on one ear, I have my podcast playing. On the other, I'm listening what's going on. And then the people who are here, they're like, "Yo, what you mean they're not gonna serve us?" And the guy's like, "Yo, this is not normal. What kind of thing is this?" Like, and the woman is like, "Well, listen, me too. I have stuff to do, and and I have to go home." And the guy is like, "Well, listen, I have stuff to go too. I came here around, I don't know, 1 p.m. or whatever, and now it's 4:30. I've been here for 3 hours and a half. You tell me that you're not gonna serve me? What the hell are you talking about?" And at a point, the security and everybody else like was on their counter. Everybody else was still serving the people who were, because there were 3 different lines. There was one place where we were seated with the people who were asking for maybe basic stuff. You had another place that was for there was another place for people who were maybe seeing doctors. I don't know exactly. And then there was another one for, I think, people who had direct meetings with somebody. So there was 3 places, and all of the 3 places, people, they were still, let's say it was the end of the day, so of the afternoon, I would say it was probably still like 6-7 people waiting on each side. And on our side, same thing, it was 4 or 5 people waiting. But the woman who was serving us, she just at a point, the guy is talking to her, and while he's talking, I think she just snapped. She just took her bag, and while the guy was talking, she just start walking to the exit like a princess. And you could see on her face, so me, because the exit was here, so I could see her. I saw her coming to me and then going to the exit, and I could see on her face that she was saying in her head, fuck my life, fuck these people, fuck this job, fuck everything, God, strike me now, I don't care. She just moved, and I was just looking at her, and she was just walking like this. And she walked slow, and the guy from the security goes to the door, calls her by her name. She doesn't reply. She's just moving on her way. And listen. So me, I've been waiting for an hour and a half at this point. The only thing I wanted to do was to laugh. I really wanted to laugh because of the situation. It was so unreal. But at the same time, I was just like, let me not add it. So now the guy and everybody start like, yo, what's going on here? This is not normal. Blah, 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 blah. How can this happen? Blah, 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 blah. Call me the director. I want to see the guy from the security is like, hey, listen, we don't know what's going on. There's nothing we can do. Bloody or blada. And the guy's like, I don't care about what you have to tell me. You bring me the person who's in charge of this place. This is the person I want to see. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to XYZ. I want to talk to somebody. And first, I want to be attended. But I want to know the person. I want to know the name of that person so I can file a complaint. And I want the name. I want her numbers. I want all this information. And I want to be attended. And all these people, they also want to be attended because we've been here waiting for hours. This is not normal. And the guy from the security, I think he didn't know what to do. So the woman that was working with her, she went on the phone. She called somebody. So there's a woman that came from the other side where they were attending other people. She came and she was like looking. She was like, okay, how many people? And so I think she called the direction and she explained the situation. So because I was hearing her at a point, I stopped my podcast. So I was hearing her saying, I don't know. And she was like, well, she just left. And probably the director was like, what you mean she just left? I was like, well, she just left. Apparently she just left. I don't know. But what about the people? I said, I don't know. This is not my desk. But apparently she just, I don't know. So at a point, that woman started taking care of everybody. And so she started trying to treat the case of everybody. So she started with that guy who was yelling everywhere. And she was like, okay, sir, listen, what can I do for you? How can I help? Explain to me exactly what you need. And if I can do something right now, because this is not my area, but I can access the computers. If it's something that's easy, I can help you. If not, what I'll do is I will take your number and somebody will call you in the morning for sure. Or reach you by email, whatever you see fit. So the guy, all he wanted was the name of the person. And the guy from the security didn't want to give it to him. So at a point, he just asked to file a complaint. He said, I'm here. I want two things. I want to be, of course, attended for my things, but I'm not leaving without filing a complaint. Because what just happened, and listen, I was talking to that lady and in the middle of my phrase, she just gave me her back. So at that point, that woman was very patient. So she attended the guy. After that, the guy continued his scandal, I think, with the higher ups. Then he finally left. Then she attended some other people, and then I think then it was my turn. I was like, me, when I go to administration, I understand how it works. When you go to administration, you understand it's not robots, it's other humans. Whatever's happening in their life, it's not supposed to be it's not supposed to reflect in the job. But hey, listen, it can happen. She just, maybe she resigned that day, and but that woman who was there, I didn't want to add to the stress, so I was just like, hey, listen, I hope you're fine in all this drama. And she was like, things happen. I said, oh yeah, apparently things happen. So I did the charming technique. So I was like, well, listen, you can, if it's too complicated, you can just send me an email, because I understand you have a lot of people to take care about. I just need a numero de utente, which is my number. I had COVID in July last year, and I want to do my test. I want to reserve my test. I want to get my vaccine, and I just need that number. So she asked me for my tax number, my name, and she found the information, and she just told me to send her an email directly with all my information, and then she would reply to me. So I was like, okay, well, listen, I'm going to let you take care of everybody. And she was like, Then I left. Then I had a conversation with Irvin. I told him the story. I was laughing. I was like, wow. You should have seen the face of that person. She looked like a dinosaur. She was like pissed off. And even before I got home, she sent me an email. She sent me an email saying, hey, listen, I found your number. This is your number. And she sent me a screenshot of the information they had on me. And I sent her an email back with my new address, because the information was wrong. New address, everything that was not there, I added. I sent it to her by email. She told me thank you, and she said that now you can go do your vaccine reservation. So I went to the website. I did my vaccine reservation for July 1st. So that's in 3 days. And after that, I sent her another email saying, hey, I'm trying to get the Pfizer vaccine. Do you know, can I choose, whatever? And she just replied to me, well, you will have the Pfizer. So I don't know if it was how it was supposed to be, or if she changed something. I don't know. But she said, yeah, you will have the Pfizer one. And I was like, perfect. And that woman, she had it. She was like, fuck everybody, vai pra caralho. My girl was done. Done, diddy done. Gabrielle, did you do your vaccine? Here in England, they're moving mad and doing their walk-ins without booking. Wow. Well, listen, this shit is going crazy. What up, Skeeto Mike? Yeah, she probably doesn't. Listen, I believe that either she resigned or she was fired, because you don't do that. You don't do that. What up, Sengi? Hello, Emmanuel, comment ça va? Indeed. And listen, I remember when I did my French nationality, like these people see so much people and it's their job. They're supposed to keep their composure, but then it depends of the type of person you are. Some people, they treat people like animals, or some people treat people like numbers without emotions. And some people, they are very patient. And when things are not going well, they try to help you. If you're missing a document, they try to help you so you don't have to come back in only in 9 months, etc. It's really a thing of luck, because humans, when they have power, you know how it goes. You know how it goes. Merci beaucoup. J'essaie de mettre un peu de chemise quand même. Hein? T-shirt là, c'est bien, mais chemise c'est doux aussi. So yeah, listen, that was the crazy story of the administration. I forgot to tell you that Mike Phoenix is our stream royalty for the month of June, with $40 of donation. And I want to thank everybody that is supporting this show with the super chat. So thank you so much for supporting the Shada gang. Habillement de star. What it do. Yeah, she was rude as fuck. So yeah, listen, I want to talk to you about a few subjects today. One being the free Britney movement. But before that, I want to touch on a few subjects. It's gonna be one of those Shada gang news today, commentary on the news. But the first thing I want to talk about is something that
she was gracious enough to join us, and
something that I was like, to me that was a nightmare. Did you see the building collapsing in Miami? Did you look at this? So this building was like this. That was like 1, 2, 3, 4, and another one here, and it just 12-story collapsed with so many people inside in the middle of the night sleeping. This shit is crazy. And I mean, listen, to me, what made me like listen, my house is my sanctuary. And for me, whenever I think about anything crazy going on in the world, whatever, the place where I would hide if anything happens is my house. I don't know. I live in front of the water. There's a tsunami, something. I mean, we're in the waterfront. It's better to just move as far as possible. But if there's something crazy happening, whatever, in this scenario, what I think about is all the electric source down, the blinds down, doors closed, doors locked, and me under the table. But here you are in your house, in the place where you feel safe, and boom, the whole building just collapsed on people. It's horrible, because actually I think it was a luxury building too. So you hear your resident, you hear chilling, or some people, their mom was there, their grandmas, their uncle, the friend, and they just gone like that. Not even because they were outside and there was a vandalism. No, just because of I don't know. I don't know who's at fault and who's gonna have to pay for all that. Or is it a design flaw? But hey, listen, that was crazy. And the people say that an area expert has brought forward some ideas at what could have led the building facade to crumble to the ground. Gary Slubber, founder of the South Florida construction company National Home and Building Remodeling Corp, said he hasn't heard any specific leads as to the cause of the building fall, but after decades of working in the industry, he has his suspicion. In a general way, there are many things that could happen: construction defect or engineering defects, he said, adding that he's not suggesting there were any construction or engineering defect, but simply pointing out to the possibility. I think there is some value, and it makes sense to do periodic inspections. This shit is crazy. And you know, everything that you build kind of erode with time, and you have to check the structure of this building, especially if people live there. Same thing for bridges, and depending on the type of people you have. Some people will try. Look, you remember what happened in Italy, the bridge that fell with cars on top of it? It was the same thing. People were complaining for a lot of time with some stuff here and there, that was hey, we need to do something, and the company that was supposed to do it was just trying to save money. And at a point, the bridge just fell on top of people, on top of the city, with people on top of it. And this is horrible. To me, listen, rest in peace to everybody that was in that building, and my prayers to and thoughts to everybody that have family members that nobody still know, because there's 150 people who nobody knows where they are, where they're in a club, where they're inside, nobody knows. They're gonna have to just remove things, everything, and to see, because at this point you have a 12-story building that falls on you. Listen, that's horrible. And there's a guy who was on the building on next to that building, who was saying that in his building as well, in the parking lot, you can see on the big structure that are holding the building, it's already fissured. And he was like, since all these people, the scientists are here, come check our building as well. This is scary for, collapsed Miami condo has been sinking into earth as early as the 90s. So this building was built 40 years ago, I think. Something like that. 81, yeah. A Florida high-rise that collapsed early Thursday was determined to be on unstable land a year ago. The building, which was constructed in 81, has been sinking at an alarming rate since the 90s, according to a study in 2020. When he saw the news that the Chapman Towers South condominium in Surfside collapsed, he instantly remembered it from the study. I looked at this morning and I said, oh my God, we did detect that. Damn. 2 millimeters a year was sinking in the ground. This typically results in impacts to building and their structures. He said that could very well could have been the case for the Champlain building in the 90s, building in the 90s, Basically fighting. It was a byproduct of analyzing the data. We saw this building had some kind of unusual movement. Oh my God. This is a nightmare. I don't know if you saw the video. I don't want to play that video here, but I saw the video of the surveillance camera, the cameras, the building just like, you know, one second, just like done. Come on. That was crazy. It's a nightmare. Great. It's horrible. What up, PNP? Structure is something you don't want to play with. Exactly, but you know, so many times, I want everybody to put some prayer hands in the chat for these families. You know, so many times, the people who are supposed to do something, they delay because reasons, economic reasons, laziness, or it's okay, it's fine. Whatever is the reason, there's a lot of people who, yeah, they just wait. Man, it's so like, and I was seeing on Twitter a lot of people who were posting photo of people they were looking for. I was like, oh my God, like it's just like 9/11 without terrorism. It's horrible for these people. Horrible. I just had work done on the foundation of my house because with all the natural disasters and bad weather, the house has shifted and some of the foundations washed away. That's a great decision, sister. Yep. Poor people. So, I don't know why my news are always in Portuguese. I asked them in English, but let me see. Thank you so much for the Spotify money, Lil Maro. So listen, of course, the news of the big news. Let me see my list of the news. Yeah, the big news in the US right now, other than this, is the fact that the murderer of George Floyd, who sparked riots all around the world, has been sentenced to 22 years and a half. Strange number, but he's been sentenced to 22 years and 6 months, I think. And I mean, listen, a lot of people are happy about the decision, and a lot of people are saying it's not enough, because if he has good conduct and they don't eliminate him out there, he's gonna do 15 years. So he's what, he's 45, so he's gonna come out at 60. A lot of people are like, yo, come on, like some people are just for drugs or something, they get life, or they get 40 years for selling drugs, and this guy killed somebody in cold blood in front of the whole world, and he only has 22 years. I understand how they feel, but I guess the judge takes the decision, so it's on the judge. What I believe is good about this verdict is that it is a change in accountability for American police. Because back in the days, police could do whatever they want and they were always not guilty. Remember the riots of 92 and everything, the George Zimmerman, all these people, like there was no accountability. And listen, if you are at the police and your job is to protect the people and you have the right to use lethal force, sometimes you do it to protect people. And when you do it, you must prove that you do it because you didn't have a choice, or you were protecting other people, or you were protecting yourself. It was a legitimate defense or legitimate use of force. On that case, that was torture in front of the whole world. And I don't see how it could have gone different. If it had gone different, if he was acquitted or something. Listen, the world, and especially the US, would have gone mad. But I think this is the message that the judge passed to police in general, and anybody who is also enforcing the law. Accountability will exist from now on. And yeah, I believe that it's a step in the right direction. Yeah, we'll see from now on, you know. The thing is this: if in a world where everybody's filming everything and there's cameras everywhere, to be killing somebody in front of everybody, right? And being there, chilling, counting, 10 minutes. At a point, either you decide that some things you cannot do anymore, especially the way you put your knee on the neck of somebody, that should not be something you can do. If somebody is telling you, I can't breathe, you're supposed to hear him and not just think that, yeah, listen, I'm the law, I do what I want, I can dispose of your body how I want, I own you. And if whenever one of you do it, nobody's ever charged and nobody is ever held accountable, some people will do it. Some people will join the force just so that they can, you know, listen, America is a violent place. America is the violent people. They watch violent movie all the time. All their heroes are Rambo and Commando and Delta Force, and like they glorify this violent behaviors and wars and cowboys. Like it's a special place. So a lot of people, they think life is a video game, and a lot of people who are violent, they join the army, they join the police, or the other side, right? And well, listen, I think it's important in a society that, especially as a group of people, whether you are white, black, or Latino, Asian, that you believe that when something happens and that thing is bad, and especially when it's obviously bad, at least people are held accountable. And yeah, a policeman gets 15 years, 22 years in jail for something that it did that was horrible and inhuman. I believe that it's a step in the right direction, and I understand those who think it's not enough, it should be whatever, or you should have a life or something. I mean, listen, I'm not a judge. I don't know what are the counts for manslaughter, so I can't tell you it's and especially I'm commenting from another country where our laws are different, and even me, the laws I know are the laws from France. So a step in the right direction, I believe, and we'll see if it stays like this, and if it becomes a habit when crimes are and not just because it was the whole world was watching. You know, if you look at all the craziness happening around the world, you can get depressed easily. Indeed, that's why you have to not be obsessed by the news. Yeah, that's just what I say. It's not enough. I saw a case of a teenager that stole a car and got more years than him. Yeah. But that's the US. It depends who's your judge. And some people are saying that it might be that the possibility, and I have no idea, but some people are saying that it might be because the family of George Floyd received dédommagement. They received $27 million for the family of George Floyd. Maybe that's why it was, because in the US, sometimes the both party can negotiate. They have a different system, and I don't know who paid that money, but maybe because there's been this money sent to the family, maybe the judge said, okay, listen, we're gonna take some years, and at the same time we're gonna give some money to the family. I'm not sure. I don't know exactly why. I just saw somebody saying this, so maybe there's a reason. I don't know. American law enforcement are there to ruin the black people, as Akon said. The American system weren't made for black people. Indeed. A step in the right direction. He didn't get away with it. Yep. As long as black people are not responsible for their own destiny as the Chinese do, they will always suffer. Now listen, that's a whole other story. L'erreur n'annule pas la valeur de l'effort accompli. Sachez-le. Listen, in a way, I do as well. Black people need to be more and more educated and strong financially in America in order to get respect. Yeah, you need to control to get respect. You need to control. Exactly. The whole world was watching the Rodney King beating in 92, right? Or 86, I don't remember. and the police got off. Yeah, all acquitted. So that's why I believe it's a step in the right direction, because that's possible in the US, that they say not guilty. It's completely possible. Compensation, thanks. Funny how American people are racist, even though American didn't even belong to them. It belongs to Latino and the native countries in the old days. Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. That's the most crazy thing about it. It's like, it's not your land. It belongs to the Indian. Yes. What up, Damu? What up, my bro? First, we have to stop playing the victim and take responsibility. Listen. Time will tell, people. Let's continue with the news. Oh, that was crazy. Listen. I don't know if you know, if you people know who John McAfee is. I don't know if you ever heard of John McAfee, but John McAfee was listen, he was a mogul. He was like, yo, we talking about somebody who we talking about a pioneer in software, right? John McAfee, larger than life software mogul, dead in Spain by suicide. And he's the guy who created the McAfee antivirus that was all the computers back in the 80s. And he was supposed to be extradited in the US for tax evasion and a bunch of other stuff. And he kept saying that I'm not a suicidal person. And listen, this is crazy. And his wife is saying that he was not suicidal. And he said, listen, if I'm dead, it means that the CIA just got me, just so you know. And he tattooed that. He said, I'm not a suicidal person. I have no reason. His last word to me were, I love you and I will call you in the evening. That's what his wife said. Those are not the words of somebody who's suicidal. Damn. Listen, who knows? Who knows? But that was crazy news to me. Like, but hey, you know. Well, Nightbot also had something to say. Well, listen, rest in peace, John McAfee, and you know, whoever was his supporter. You know, thoughts to you and prayers for his family as well. And hey, listen, I don't know, I can't, but that's crazy. Okay, let's get to tonight's subject, I guess. Who knows what is, let me clean my navigator so we can talk about. First of all, I had to go and understand what is conservatorship, right? So, Under US law, conservatorship is the appointment of a guardian or protector by a judge to manage the financial affairs and or daily life of another person due to either old age or physical or mental limitations. A person under conservatorship is a conservatee, a term that can refer to an adult. The person under guardianship is a ward, a term that can also refer to a minor child. Conservatorship may also apply to corporation and organization. The conservator may be only of the estate, financial affairs, but may also be of the person, wherein the conservator takes charge of overseeing the daily activities such as health care or living arrangement of the conservatee. A conservator is of the person is more typically called a legal guardian. Dang. So Britney Spears has been in a conservatorship since 2008. And she wants out. And it's been 12 years since her infamous breakdown when she just went somewhere and she just cut her hair, and everybody starts saying that she was going through a nervous breakdown. They 50-50 her, and they send her to hospitalization, rehab, etc. And then her father, Jamie, decided that, he asked the judge to become her conservator, and he has control on all her life. And she's now 38 or 39. And so she spoke for the first time. She said that I pretend to be okay. She talked to the fans, but she's like, listen, I cannot even have a kid. I want to have a kid, but I have a UID, stérile, that we say in French. So she has an implant. She cannot even have kids. She must even have permission to have kids. She doesn't have control of her own money. She doesn't have control of her life. She cannot even get married to her boyfriend if she wants. And she cannot even choose where she go eat. And you have to feel for somebody who's been in the public eye all his life. First, you have to understand how she got there. How she got there so it created a big outpour of emotion. So I would say that's well played, especially in the day of age of social media. It's pressure, it's pressure to the judge actually to take decisions. But you have to understand how she got there in the first place. Here is somebody that's been famous since she's 16, and then she went to superstardom. Wait a minute. Excuse me. Anyway, she went to superstardom in a very young age, actually. You see what I mean? She was there, and we are talking about somebody that ever since she was 16, has been under the public eye. And we are in a country where, for some strange reason, the paparazzis have the right to violate your privacy anytime they want, and they can do everything for you to be pissed off, but you cannot react to it, because if you beat up somebody, or if you just break their camera, or you just touch them, they will say, oh, I'm traumatized, and then you will have to pay them millions. And the laws in the US are crazy when it comes to this, because paparazzi can come and you just want to chill. Like, you just want to be on a terrace with a friend, and now you have 15 people with cameras that are flashing, asking you questions about whatever. So if you're in a bad day, let's say you a woman, you a singer, and word is that your boyfriend just cheated on you, and of course TMZ breaks it out on the TV, and you just want to go and have a conversation with your friend, and you just want to not talk about it, and you don't want to, like, you're trying to save the face, but you are of course breaking down inside, and you are in despair. And you have, so soon as you get out your car, so this was Britney's life. Soon as you get out your house, because those people know where you are. Soon as you get out your house, you have like 10 cars camping outside your house. And they start following you, all of them, taking pictures. They want to know what you look like, and they want to post it, especially in like, and imagine now it's the internet age, but imagine it's been 20 years like that for her and more. You arrive at your cafe to meet your friend, and now you have, let's say that you want to save face and you want to act like you don't care, and now you have here, like, you have people like this. Hey, cameras. So Britney, I heard your boyfriend cheat on you. How does it feel? What you gonna say? And they want to answer. And listen, sometimes I go to the shopping center not far from my house, and when I see a group of people, hey, mommy, I see a group of people that might be fans, and I'm not in the mood for whatever reason, because we all have moods. Sometimes I'm just gonna be like that to not be recognized. Maybe they didn't even know me, but sometimes just because I'm not in the mood for a photo, or I don't look the way, or I just whatever. I just came to pick something for my wife. I'm in my jogging, and I don't want to make photos. I just walk 5 kilometers. I'm sweating. Whatever is the reason, I don't want to take a photo, or I don't want to stop, or I just want to quick come and go, or my belly hurts. Whatever is the reason, sometimes you just want to spend your day by yourself. And this is me in my small level. Imagine now that soon as you get out your house, you have 10 cars following you. And when you stop somewhere, you have people who are harassing you for hours until you say something, and they don't let you go, and they... How you not gonna explode at a point? And I don't know exactly what are her mental health problems. I don't know if they come from whatever, or if they come from just her becoming mentally fragile, or if it comes from that life. But listen, I've seen a lot of people who got hurt by this business. A business where you're supposed to look good all the time. You cannot let yourself, and listen, I'm talking about a level which is 100,000 times higher than where I am. And we're talking about somebody that is generating so much money for even the people who are just posting photo and etc. And a whole thing that is built around that, around appearance, around attention, around paparazzi's photos, about stories, about who did who, your boyfriend did that, etc., etc. And at a point, she just went nuts. And she just went, and there was this video of her going to a hairdresser and just removing all her hair. And from then on, they got control of her life. So it's her dad. We all suppose that because it's your dad is supposed to be a person that is protecting you and protecting your interest. But let me tell you one thing. If my dad or my mom was taking care of all my interests and all the money that I made and regulating everything in my career and etc., I would be in good hands. Because I trust my parents, because I know who they are. I don't know how her parents or her dad is. And whoever is handling all that. All I know is that Britney Spears is a $60 million business. $60 million business. And when you are a $60 million business, you a lot of money, want to keep you working, and they want to keep exploiting you, because if you have 60 million, it means you made so much money to everybody around you, from the state, from maybe your dad, I don't know, from the doctors that are seeing you, treating you, from the paparazzis, from the people who are doing your shows, the Las Vegas venue, etc., etc., etc. So the things that she said is making a lot of, especially in this moment. I mean, and listen, she's been complaining. I mean, the free Britney movement is not new, but it just took another term now. Another people are seeing it with a different eye, because we are in the age of the Me Too movement, the protect women and etc. And with all the feminism around, knowing that a woman cannot even decide when she wants to have a baby is unbearable to most people. And what are the reasons? I don't know what is her state. We heard her talk. She's somebody that does shows. She's somebody that, I mean, I've not been following Britney for a long time, so I cannot really, and I don't even know what is her state of mind. So the real question here, I'm gonna try to not be emotional, because if it was just an emotional reaction, knee-jerk reaction, I would be like, come on, how can this be possible? How can you do this? Like everybody's doing right now. But I'm gonna try to look at it in from the judge point of view. The question here is this conservatorship, should it be removed or not? And is she able to handle herself? And is her mental health fixed now, so that at least maybe if they need to continue, maybe if they could remove 50% of everything that she hates and then they continue maybe to have a little bit of control over what she would do, because I understand you might do this to protect somebody, but you know, America and Africa as well is a place where families have no problem exploiting the golden goose when you become the golden goose. There's a lot of family that would put pressure on you to become a miss, to become a superstar, to become a football player, to etc. And then once you become that, they act like if you are their possession, and your whatever you make, they must have a part of it. I remember this football player who was crying about that. A very famous football player. I forgot his name, but he was saying that his whole family, his mom, his brothers, like everybody was exploiting him, and every money that he was making, like everybody wanted a part of it, and he was tired of it, and everybody was saying like, yo, like, you know. And the question here for the judge is, okay, does she understand why she was put in a conservatorship in the first place? That's the first question. And does she understand that at a point she needed it, because she really had a mental breakdown, and she was put on a momentarily conservatorship. But after 12 years, the momentarily is starting to be like forever. And she's 40 now, almost 40. And listen, if she has 60 million in the bank, or she's worth 60 million as a business and or her assets, whatever. Listen, I don't know how, even my parents, come on, like, I don't know if I would want somebody else than the person who I chose myself to control the fruits of my whole life of labor. And I don't know how much they can spend. How I don't understand. Are they just protecting my money from me choosing the wrong boyfriends or whatever because I did stupid shit before? I don't know. But emotionally, if I react emotionally, I'm like, I'm not gonna build all this and generate all that amount of money, and then you have people who decide what I do with my life's work. People who will decide, oh no, you can do this or you can do that. So no, you cannot buy a house to your new boyfriend. Who you? If I want to buy a house to my new boyfriend and I have 60 million and I want to spend 5 million or 2 million or whatever amount to buy him a house, why can't I? You guys do it all the time for bitches that you just met. Yeah, but you know well, so it's to protect you. But it's my money. It's my money, it's my life, it's my body. If I want to have more babies, this is me. If it's a bad idea, even if I was saying that it was a bad idea, it's still my body and my life. And listen, if I have 60 million, I can have 6 babies if I want, 10 babies if I want. I have enough money for all of them to have houses, all of them to have nurses, all of them to have people to take care of them. Like Brad Pitt and his ex-wife, probably, or wife, whatever, they have a lot of kids. And nobody says, oh, you're adopting too many kids. Nobody think it's not normal. So how are you gonna tell a woman, especially in this day and age, that I think this is why it's really like taking off now again, is because you have this idea that you cannot have babies if you want, and you're 39, time is ticking, and you have a boyfriend, and you cannot get married with him. Listen, this smells like people who are trying to protect your money like if it was their money. And yo, who knows? But that shit is crazy. I never understood why they chose her father since they had a bad relationship during that time. Why choose someone that doesn't have a stronger connection to take care of her? That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe because he asked for it? Who knows? But come on, this woman has been exploited all her life. And I mean, this is sad, yo. Toxic family. For her father, she's just a product, a source of income, richness, money. For the paparazzi, it's just impossible to not become crazy living a life like this. They destroyed her and her mental health. Yeah, I do agree. Listen, this is sad. If money wasn't involved, would the family be so concerned about her mental health? I don't know. We can speculate, but I believe that it's hard to know. Everything is possible, I guess. But when there's so much money involved, let me see a little bit. I'm bringing this to people's attention because I don't want people to think my life is perfect, because it's definitely not at all. If you have read anything about me in the news this week, you obviously really know that it's not. To be the truth, I did it because of pride, and I was embarrassed to share what happened to me. But honestly, who doesn't want to capture the 39-year-old have been under conservatorship since 2008 when concern over her mental health prompted her father, Britney Spears, to petition the court. Oh, the father asked for it, for legal authority over his daughter's life. In court Wednesday, Britney had prepared a statement asking for the arrangement to end. I've been in denial, I've been in shock, I'm traumatized, she said in the emotional 23 minutes week. I just want my life back. The thing is, I don't even know if the law out there, I don't even know how let's see. From a legal standpoint, I don't know that her statement helped her that much. It helped us as the public to know what she wants and ended speculation over whether she was under this conservatorship voluntarily. She made this crystal clear that she's not. If I were preparing her, I would have coached her to present herself in a calm way, acknowledging that she did have problems 13 years ago that justified protection, showing awareness of what those problems were, and articulating the steps she's taking to make sure that she doesn't find herself in that situation again. That would provide assurance to the court that she doesn't need that help. If it was a calmer presentation, the court would struggle to find a reason why this conservatorship is needed. But we did see a more explosive, emotional, raw statement from Britney. I understand why she would feel that way, but I don't know if she did herself any favor. Dang. While acknowledging she still had issue to go through, she has now directly placed her opposition to the conservatorship in front of the court. The bar for conservatorship is meant to be very high, and if Britney can show that her mental condition has improved since the conservatorship was put in place, the court should the court should reevaluate the need for that conservatorship. What's the next step from a legal standpoint? So Wednesday hearing was just to hear Britney. She made it clear that in the petition, Britney would need to state facts showing that the conservatorship is no longer required, or that the grounds for establishing the conservatorship no longer exists. Once the petition is filled, a hearing date will be set. At some point prior to the hearing, the court investigator should interview Britney and then submit a report to the court. Of course, interested party would be allowed to file their objections, of course. The problem is she commented that she said that she was opposed to being evaluated, so the court can order the evaluation, but it can't physically force her to go there and answer questions. If Britney doesn't get evaluated, the court can then consider her refusal to do so as grounds for denying her petition to terminate the conservatorship. So we'll see how that plays out. I mean, the problem here is that she's just tired, and I understand her. Like, she's here trying to say, listen, how am I rich and I can touch my own money without asking for people, and everybody's like deciding for me, etc. And why is a court and all these strangers deciding for me? I mean, I hope I don't think I have mental health problems. So I'm seeing it from a sane point of view, if I can say it this way. I would be mortified, pissed off if I'm trying to handle my business, my money, my things, and somebody's telling me that no, you can't. Like, somebody's gonna take care of all your affairs for you. You know? And people say, well, listen, we need to evaluate you, and we have people interview you, and you're gonna answer questions. We're gonna see if you're not crazy. I'm gonna be like, yo, everybody leave me alone. I'm just done. Leave me alone. Let me enjoy my things, my whatever. And listen, if in the next 10 years my 60 million is gone because I gave everything to my boyfriend and then he left me, it's on me. But I want to be back to take control of my own destiny and not have people that I don't talk to control that for me. The father said, I miss my daughter. That's all he said. So, yeah, maybe the judge are acting according to the medical reports. You never know. Because look, I'm going to give you an example of somebody who's clearly having sometimes mental breakdowns and episodes, mental health episodes, manic episodes. Kanye. Here is somebody who's rich, super rich, $6 billion, and sometimes act completely erratic. Decides I want to be president, and then goes with a bulletproof vest and start crying. And then he tweets 300 times in one night, insult his wife, insult his sisters-in-law, insult his mother-in-law, say, they're trying to 50-50 me, they try to do this, they're trying to da-da-da-da-da. And because he's in a manic episode, he's angry at the fact that the people are trying for his own good to have him take pills or have him go to a facility. And if he does something that goes too far, they might say the same thing. Listen, we need to have control over him because his mental health is degrading. And he would not see it that way, but I mean, for him, it's clear. For me, from everything I've seen, I'm like, those are the things that can happen. Because when he goes off, he goes. But for Britney, I mean, listen, I remember that episode back then because the whole world saw it. The rest of the last 10 years, she was not under my radar. So, I mean, she's an amazing artist. She did great things, and I hope the best for her. But maybe the doctors have reports that we don't have. And at the same time, yeah, listen, I wouldn't want people to have control over what I created all these years with my hard work. But if I have a mental problem and I cannot see it myself, is it possible as well that you have a mental problem but you don't realize? I know people like that. I know people, they are really in a bad state, but they don't, when you tell them you need help, they don't want to hear nothing that you have to say. So it really depends on what point of view you see it. If you see it from the medical standpoint, or if you see it from the more supporter, emotional fan standpoint. The fans want her to be free. And she wants to be free as well. The courts, I mean, they can be swayed by public opinion, but they want to see documents by doctors. So c'est compliqué. She's really happy with Sam Asghari, and he saves her. She's fulfilled with him. Well, listen, I'm happy for that. I'm happy about that, but now she needs to be able to marry him. She needs to be able to, it's complicated. The whole conservatorship is such a loophole for stealing someone's money. I mean, listen. So I have questions because I don't know about that. So in France we say mise sous tutelle, right? That's the word in France. If I'm let's say Moto is now, I'm his legal guardian because he went crazy and all his money, I'm the one handling it. Do I have the right to do something with the money? I mean, or there's really a limitation in I can only spend the money for the person. And when the person wants something with her money, I'm just the guy who can say, you can do it or you can't. I want to buy this house for, no, you can't. I'm protecting you. Or is that person able to use your credit cards and whatever and spend your money on something, buy themselves a house or whatever, or send 200 of your money in a different account every month? Like, I don't know exactly how it works and how is it like supervised by the courts and law, etc. So, but yeah, that shit is crazy. But anyway, I wouldn't want to be I really wouldn't want to be in Britney's place, because that shit is crazy. Listen, prayers and positive thoughts to her. I really hope that she's gonna be fine. I really hope that with time, she's gonna be healed and she will have yeah, you know, all these things behind her maybe. I hope that after all these years, her mental health issues are better, because I don't know exactly what was, you know, was the breakdown part of something else. Like if you tell me Kanye, for example, I know that the breakdown is part of something else, because he's been doing and doing and doing, and you know, every time you can see the manic episodes and you understand that he's a bipolar. Some people, you know exactly what they have. On Britney's case, I don't know exactly if after that breakdown, were there other things, or was it part of something bigger? I don't have the answers, so I cannot reply for her. But if since then she's better, I believe that, yeah, listen, I understand the trauma, I understand that she's tired of it, but if I was her, if you really believe that you are better, and you know that you are better inside of you, or maybe you are, let's say, I don't know, you are at 85% of what you were, but it's fine enough to, you know, at that point, I would accept to do the evaluations simply, and not just be like, I don't care, I don't want. Like, I would do them just to show these people I'm fine, you know. And I mean, unless those people are in the loop as well and everybody's getting money from her, I mean, oh, this is yeah. Watch I Care a Lot on Netflix. You'll love the movie. It's about a woman taking care of old people and stealing their money, their houses. Oh my God. Damn it. I think I saw something like that on Netflix. Or my wife was watching something like that. I'm not sure. I heard there's also a great movie about that called Parasite. It's a Korean movie that I kept seeing when I take the plane on Turkish. It's always there, but I know it's on Netflix, but I never saw it yet. I didn't see it yet. So that might also be a great things to watch as well. Now listen, Britney, if you hear me, best of luck to you, positive thoughts, and you know, I hope he's gonna be fine. Just trust the process, and time is always a conveyor of the truth. It's really hard to tell, but to have her under conservatorship for so long seems very questionable to me. Especially because she's that young. It's because we're more used to seeing that for older people, like people who are like really like very rich and they're starting to not being able to really handle their own thing, so they have the family take care of these or whatever. But she was so young when it happened to her. So wait, it's been what? She was like 12 years. So she was like 26. Come on, like, nah. That's abuse. So maybe it's the case with Britney. Listen, I'm gonna put a heart for her in the chat. That's what I'm gonna do. Where are my emojis? Where's my heart? Where's my heart? There you go. That's for you, B. Ding. Yeah. Huh? Can't believe it, but I talked about all the subjects I want to talk about today. Nice. I like when I do the show in 2 hours. So listen, my friends, I'm still tired actually from the whole weekend. So I'm gonna check all your comments in the chat, and if you have something you want to talk about, you can talk about it. If not, I'm gonna go to bed. Damn, I like this cap, it's nice. We seem sad today. Are you? I'm good. Just that, yeah, listen, the news are heavy, but you know, me, I'm back to my training. I'm trying to have this thing here defined again. It's not there yet, or maybe. Let me see. I'm trying to redefine the things here. And I'm fine. The topic brought the energy down. Hey, listen. Thing is, yeah, listen, sometimes the topic is heavy. Listen, the topics of today are heavy. But it's important to touch on subject. This is Club Shada. We have conversations about stuff, you know. And it's interesting because it ties in with the conversation of Wednesday about fame. Fame, see, some people think that once you are famous, you win. And then you realize that, nah, look at Britney. She is a mega star. At 38, she made more money than maybe all of us will ever make, even if we all put our money together. She made more money than we'll do in all our lives, all of us. And she feels like a slave to her own life, to her own business, to her family, and to everybody that wants her to keep moving, to keep it moving, to keep dancing, to keep singing for the people. And maybe she's like, I want 6 months of holidays. I want, and she doesn't have the choice. This really feels like exploitation for me, from her point of view. So that's crazy. So you want to keep us down, right, Irvin? Yeah, they discovered another bomb in Benny. That's crazy. Curfew declared in Benny. They're going to go after the third bomb in 2 days. Curfew. Damn. Listen, this part of the world is just sad, and it's this is the thing where, you know, I don't know if it's even possible, but when you are the owner of the when you are leading a country, I think the first thing you want to do is make sure everybody has food in their plate, everybody that has a job is paid on time, and that the frontiers are respected. But in that country, what up, Alaj? In that country, it seems that the stakes are way too high for the people who, or some of the people who are the beneficiaries of all these chaos, to let it go. So either you decide that you're gonna do a real cleanup, you're gonna swipe up the jungle, you're gonna have drones, you're gonna start using state-of-the-art technology to find every group that is creating all that, and you're gonna either capture them, send them to their countries, or you're just gonna kill them all. But for that, you need a well-equipped army, you need a lot of money, and you need cooperation from all the countries that are sending all these people, so that they can listen. It's the richest place in the world, and it is a double-edged world. It's a curse and a blessing, and a blessing and a curse, because everybody is greedy. Foreign countries, the Occident, the people who live in the country, the people who are supposed to do something. Everybody has a price, and there's so much money to be made that everybody's price can be met. And if everybody's hungry, you can start the corruption down there and you go up. You know? So what you gonna do? You wanna know what's happening to the world? Nothing. It's the same world. It's always been like that. It's just that what's happening to you is you are finding out what the world is about. Domination, and conquest of resources for your own benefit and the benefit of the people that you represent. Simple as that. The same thing is the same person can be the same person can be a terrorist in one place and be a hero in another place. And the same person, the same countries, France, the Occident, Portugal, like the Occident can watch somebody do something in one place and decide that this is evil, and then watch another person do exactly the same thing in another place and say, yeah, he's a hero. It just depends of interest. And this is the world. Like, there's nothing special happening to this world. It's just the same old world. It's just that everybody has cameras now and everybody can show you things as they happen, but this is nothing new. This is just the same old place. Yep. America. Ask the Americans. That's the decision. Minor Role Act of 74. That's when they decide that this place was strategic in the world. Simple. So Joel was saying the topic brought the energy down, and Irving here come with even worse topics. But hey, it's a world of interest, a world of assassins, and a world of criminals. Yup. Nothing new. Nothing new under the fucking sun. Listen, it's 3 a.m. I'm going to sleep. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope that it was some interesting stuff for you in there. Again, I'm extending my prayers to the families of the people who just lost their lives just like that. It's in the place that they are supposed to feel safe. Again, rest in peace to John McAfee and Britney. Like Derek, good luck in prison. It's either gonna be fun for you. Maybe he's gonna arrive and all the Nazis gonna be yeah, or maybe he's gonna arrive and he's gonna see a bunch of black people like. We won't know. And good luck to Britney as well. Hey, other viewer here. But will it be a better world under the rule of the Chinese? I don't think it's a question of better. It's just going to be a world under the rules of the Chinese. That's it. Early in life I realized that it just depends which side you are on. If you are in the side of the winners, it's a great world. And if you are in the side of the losers, you don't write history and you are not the hero. This is how the world works. Simple as that. And the more you understand, the faster you understand that and you stop dreaming, the better you can start changing the world and making it a better place. Yeah, receive money. Nice. These are the notifications that I should receive at this time. Yeah, I believe that you have to understand the landscape. You have to understand where you are and how it is. Once you understand it and you stop like acting like a dreamer, you can really be part of change. And being part of change doesn't mean that you're gonna move mountains. It just means that you are part of change and you are doing your part. You do your part and you inspire others to do their part. That's what you have to do. That's what I do. That's how I act everywhere. I inspire people by doing my part and by showing myself as a decent individual. And if it can inspire some people to become better individuals, better business people, or to jump in the arena of doing the live stream that they always wanted to do, the podcast, art, business, going crypto, whatever I inspire them to do, I did my part. And then I keep moving and I keep doing a little more of my parts. If I don't inspire them and all they can do is hate or come to my chat to say something stupid, well, fuck them. Yeah, simple as that. So, you know what? I'm gonna let you with this song, Coronavirus Stay Home, which is the song of Club Shada. I want to listen to this one. Thanks again for everybody who was there tonight. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to all the donations. Thank you for your super chat. Thank you for supporting the show. For everybody who ever support the show and everybody who keeps supporting the show. This show is brought to you by ShadaWare.com and the Gods of Good Fortune. And I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers to the channel. And I will see you Wednesday with, I don't know what we'll talk about. As always, if you have ideas of subject, leave there in the comment. Please make sure that when you leave here, you leave a comment, you leave a like, and if you even have some time, go to the channel, go to a random video in my channel, maybe the last one or maybe anything, leave a like and a comment, and you will help a lot with the YouTube algorithm. Thanks a lot for spending some time with me. Again, I appreciate every single one of you. Blessings, and I will see you Wednesday for the next episode of Club Shadinha. Peace.
You're so good.